And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
So there you have one of the cage fighters on the White House lawn to a live television audience declaring that Michelle Obama is a man. It is grotesque. And that is going out across America to mark America's 250th birthday.
It is pure misogynistic shite. And we have seen it before, and it is becoming a trope. But honestly, if that is what a celebration of America at 250 years looks like, then God help us with the next 250. I don't think it is. I don't think it is representative of what America is feeling or saying right now. But those are the loudest voices. Those are the voices that are amplified by this president in this White House, enabled by his mates Joe Rogan with a microphone. Those are the voices that are being heard around the world, which tell you what America thinks about itself right now.
And it is that sense that America seems to want to wind the clock back to an age where women stayed away from the public gaze. They were just decorative on the outside of everything. It just seems to represent an America going back, 50, 60, 70 years, where you don't expect or respect anyone who is in public life who is a woman. But the old saying goes that men who are macho normally aren't macho.
Calling Michelle Obama a former first lady, a man on live TV on the White House lawn, is so insanely fucking disrespectful.
Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
This is not liberal snowflake propaganda. There is a big difference between what this UFC fighter did and a comedian telling an offensive joke. You go to a comedy show understanding that the boundaries are going to be pushed. That is literally their job. In the words of the great late Patrice O'Neal, half the room should be in utter disgust, shock, and fucking hating your guts, and the other half should be dying of laughter. And if this was a regular UFC fight in like Abu Dhabi or some bullshit and he got on the mic and said that, whatever. He's just rage baiting, trying to be controversial, trying to be put on the next title card by Mr. Daddy Dana White. But you were on the White House lawn in an event that was already publicly ostracized because it feels like a circus act, but y'all are saying it represents freedom and everything that's great about America. Okay, cool. They were great fights, yes. But you're on the White House lawn and then you publicly insult a former first lady from 2 administrations ago? For fucking what? Roles reversed. What if the NBA in 8 years and 2 administrations hosts an NBA game on the White House lawn and then Victor Wembanyama gets on the mic and he says, yeah, well, Melania Trump, she's a dumb cow. That'd be fucked up.
Look, man, I gotta draw the line. Honestly, the line has been drawn. But if you actually believe Michelle Obama is a man, you can unfollow me, delete me, do whatever you need to do to make sure I never pop up on your timeline again. And this ain't got shit to do with Republicans or Democrats either, because I'm neither. I'm an independent. That bullshit lie was created to discredit and dehumanize the first black first lady and the first black president. The lie that Michelle Obama is a man has already been debunked and proven to be untrue slander. A lot of y'all are very easily manipulated because all you do is believe memes you see, and then you don't do no research about the meme that you saw. If you did actual research, you see that any meme or any picture that made Michelle Obama look like a man was actually AI generated and proven to be fake already. The only reason that lie is still floating around is because Michelle Obama is black excellence. She's a class act and she's brilliant, which is why Trump's wife stole Michelle Obama's speech word for word. The lie that Michelle Obama is a man is racist because it was only created because Michelle Obama is black. These racist bastards needed a lie to discredit Michelle Obama and to create a false narrative about her. And it was all done because Barack Obama is the first black president. This is nothing but an attack towards him. But Barack Obama ain't been president in 10 years and these racist white supremacists still can't get over the fact that he was president. America was born on white supremacy, so now this ain't no rage baiting. This is just the absolute truth. Idiots want to believe that Michelle Obama is a man, even though she was born a female and gave birth to 2 children. But yet these fools don't want to believe that Donald Trump is a pedophile protector when he's working hand in hand with Howard Lutnick in the White House. Yeah, Howard Lutnick, who took underage children to Epstein Island after Epstein was a registered sex offender.
Welcome back to the Voice of the Voiceless. Today, We're talking about a story that has made many people angry and disappointed. It is about an alleged comment made about former First Lady Michelle Obama. According to videos and comments online, a fighter allegedly made a rude statement about Michelle Obama during a public event. Many people did not take it lightly. They said the comment was disrespectful, harmful, and unfair. But this issue is bigger than Michelle Obama alone. Many people believe the comment is part of a long history of insulting black women and making them feel less beautiful, less feminine, and less respected. In this report, we will explain what allegedly happened, why people are reacting strongly, and why this matter has become a bigger conversation.
It brings me back to how broken our politics are. Are you curious as to why this man used his shining moment at Trump's White House to scream on national television that Michelle Obama is a man? And why do they call her a man in particular? That's a pretty odd insult for a group of people who don't believe in trans people, right? So why her, and why a man as an insult? Well, history has an answer for you, and let me tell you, it's one of the most powerful tropes ever used by white storytellers. The answer is coping mechanisms. History tells us that a way that white people have coped with the guilt of building the world's richest country on the back of a violent racial hierarchy is mythologizing black people into archetypes. Stay with me. So a good example of this you see in white movies written by white storytellers is this mythologized character of the Mammy. She's a dark-skinned black woman who has devoted her life to the love and the care of black children. Her character does not blame white people for their history of oppression or their active maintaining of oppressions. And through resonating with her character on screen, white viewers can cope with their history and forgive themselves without ever having to engage with a black person in real life. Here's another trope of black women we see pop up during slavery and post-slavery. It's called the Jezebel trope. It depicts black women as hypersexual and incapable of being sexually satisfied and temptress. This allowed slave owners to cope with decades of rape, right? It wasn't that they were attracted to these black women, it's that these black women wanted it and they tempted them. Actually saw Vice President Harris get a lot of that Jezebel trope thrown on her from MAGA as she was running for president. But the most powerful coping mechanism, in my opinion, is the hyper-masculinization of black boys and black women. To cope with the abhorrent torture they were putting black women through during slavery. Mind you, this is during a time period where it was believed women shouldn't lift a finger. Ever. But they're doing these torturous, horrible things to black women. To cope with it, you see in their literature, this narrative starts popping up, this hyper-masculinization of black women, that their torture is okay because these women can take it. They're not like regular, they're like men. And you still see that trope alive today. It's kind of a side note, but I always think about this in the movie She's the Man, where they're trying to make Amanda Bynes as masculine as possible. What route did they take?
I'm opposed. I see you for what you truly are, which is ugly.
I don't know. She was very yo all throughout that movie. I'm like, you could have been a surfer boy or a country boy, but they made you a hip hop black boy. Okay. And of course, you'll see the hyper masculinization of young black boys. Literally in the legal and justice system, they will call 13-year-old black boys grown men to justify giving them grown men sentences, oftentimes, and just generally to justify their over policing and over incarceration. What a poetic way to have a 250-year celebration for America, watching a white person borrow their self-worth from the degradation of a black person. Happy birthday, America.
The racist insult of Michelle Obama last night tells us everything about how MAGA is about racism, not about merit, as they claim. Let's go through this. Anytime you have an African-American woman or a minority more broadly accomplish things, they get attacked by MAGA. They get attacked by Donald Trump. But it's never about what they've done. It's never about their actual words. It's things like, oh, Barack Obama, this is the original racist trope. Is actually not from America. Oh, Michelle Obama is a man. It's never what they said in the speech. It's never what their political theories might be. And it goes on and on. Venus and Serena Williams, same thing. Always getting attacked about things that have nothing to do with their tennis accomplishments or their professional, demeanor or sportsmanship, because they can't go after that. Look at General Chappie James. That's another one. That's the first African-American 4-star general in the U.S. military whose picture was taken down by Pete Hegseth. They claimed, I think, it's DEI is what Pete Hegseth was saying. And so he didn't earn what he got, which is a bunch of BS because he flew over 180 combat missions. He won medals for valor at a time when it was almost impossible for minorities to do that in the U.S. military. He had to overcome 10 times what any white person did in that same position. So if you want to talk about DEI, look at the Trump administration. Everybody in it is completely unqualified. They are DEI. DEI is not about color, it's about qualifications. And then you see the reality. All this stuff that they claim to be against is a cover for racism, and they're cowards.
The controversy started when a fighter allegedly made an offensive comment about Michelle Obama while speaking into a microphone. The comment quickly spread online, and many people began to react. A lot of people condemned the statement. They said it was not funny. They said it was rude, false, and painful. For many critics, this was not just an ordinary insult. They believe it repeated a harmful stereotype that has been used against black women for many years. Black women have often been insulted and described in unfair ways. Some people have tried to make them look less feminine, less beautiful, and less worthy of respect. These ideas come from racism and sexism, and they have hurt black women for a long time. That is why many people were upset. They felt the comment was not only an attack on Michelle Obama, but also an attack on black women in general. Michelle Obama is known by many people as a woman of grace, intelligence, and dignity. She served as First Lady of the United States and has inspired many people around the world. She is also highly educated and has used her platform to speak about family, education, health, and community development. Because of this, many people felt the alleged comment was very disrespectful. They said it showed that even when a black woman is successful, educated, and respected, some people will still try to insult her and bring her down. Another reason people are angry is because of the silence that allegedly followed the comment. Some people believe that when such a thing happens in public, leaders and organizers should speak up immediately. They believe silence can make bad behavior look normal. There have also been claims online about possible legal action and financial punishment, but it is important to be careful. Unless Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, their lawyers, or official court records confirm it, those claims should be treated as alleged and not fully confirmed. What is clear is that this story has started a serious conversation about respect, responsibility, and the power of words. Some people may say the fighter was only joking, but many others disagree. They believe jokes can still hurt people, especially when the joke attacks someone's identity, race, or gender. This is why the issue has become bigger than one person. Many black women online are saying they are tired of being mocked, insulted, and disrespected. They believe what happened to Michelle Obama is a reminder of what many black women face every day. So, the big question is this: when does a joke go too far? And when someone uses a public platform to insult others, should there be consequences?
Wanted to jump on here real quick and talk about that UFC jackass who a few nights ago on the White House lawn after he finished his fight said Michelle Obama is a man, am I right, America, or whatever it was he said. Now, we know by now that Donald Trump and this administration has encouraged people to behave in this juvenile manner. I mean, it started with just calling everything fake news that they don't like, whether there's proof of it or not. And because Trump has all the morality, intelligence, and maturity as a burnt piece of toast, it does not have to make sense either. Now, attacks on black women in this country, unfortunately, is nothing new. But considering that this is the first lady of someone who was president 10 years ago, and they're still on your minds like that, to where after a fight you have to jump up and say that kind of thing to get applause, dude needs some damn help. Then again, he just finished the fight, so maybe he got hit in the head too many times. Michelle Obama, without question, is one of the most beautiful first ladies we have had in this country's history. And anybody with eyesight can freaking see that. No adult with any sense sees her as a man. That is about as low down and bottom of the barrel as far as insults go. And speaking of low down and bottom of the barrel, this is similar to how men act toward women when they don't get their way. To the women out there, mainly I'm talking about those who try to hit on you, especially in your DMs. How many times, ladies, has a man told you how beautiful you are, said he was interested in you, gave you every compliment under the sun, and as soon as you said you were not interested, he flipped the script just like that and called you everything but a child of God? That means he's either lying about how beautiful he said you were and how interested he was in you, or he's lying about all the insults he gave you afterward. But either way, it confirmed basically that you made the right decision by turning him down. A lot of men out there are so intimidated by strong, powerful women that they have to picture them as men in order to feel better about themselves. themselves. That's what it comes down to. This dude is really thinking about Michelle Obama as he's in a fight. This is his career, and Michelle Obama is on your mind like that. A strong man does not have to put down a woman just to feel better about himself or to get applause from who? Other men, right? Listen, 10 years, 2 administrations, one of which, of course, is the same person who is in office now, and the Obamas are still on your mind. Get some damn help.
You drop the Michelle Obama line, and I'm sitting there thinking like, why? Why did we have to go there? You're not going to fight with Michelle Obama. This is not a fight. This is not a planting of a seed like Alex Prayer.
I thought I was giving her a compliment.
I don't think anyone viewed
Michelle
it as such.
Obama being a man, that's like she knows how to deal with adversity. You know, she knows how to work hard like a man. You know, when the times get tough. You know, the
why does that come to mind in that moment? Like, you just got this massive win of all the things you can say. Why even go there?
I thought it was a perfect opportunity to, you know, show the world how great this country is with the freedom of speech. You know, you go somewhere and you say something like that and you die, you know. And I'm not suicidal, by the way. There's a certain side that pokes at another side, and there's no outrage there. And so I thought it was a perfect time to take a jab.
Do you regret saying it?
Oh, never. That's one thing about my career. I'm never gonna, you know, man, I think I was watching a Cejudo video, and he was like, that's one thing I regret is like all the stuff I did. Or you hear people backtrack, even the Strickland post-fight speech where he was like, I'm trying to sell the fight, and I don't mean the things I say. I mean, you'll never hear me backtrack from what I say.
Michelle Obama is overreacting and making a big deal out of nothing. I was just joking with her, just a harmless comment with no bad intent, but she took it and framed it as racism and a personal attack, which is not how I meant it at all. I'll admit, saying that inside the White House wasn't very respectful. But anyone who knows me knows I've always made jokes like this after winning matches or in casual situations. It's just how I talk sometimes. I've even said worse things before, and it was never turned into something this serious. I was just trying to lighten the mood a bit. What I said is nothing close to the kind of trash talk athletes throw at each other before games. So I don't understand why this one comment is being singled out. Is it because her last name is Obama? Or because of her skin color? When did everything in the U.S. start getting turned into racial politics like this? I can apologize and accept consequences if needed, but I still don't think I did anything wrong.
This story is about respect. So whether people like Michelle Obama or not, many believe she deserves to be treated with dignity. The alleged comment did not attack her work, her ideas, or her public record. Instead, it attacked her identity and repeated an old harmful stereotype against black women. That is why many people are angry. They see this as more than one rude comment. They see it as part of a bigger problem in society. Here on The Voice of the Voiceless, we believe words matter. People can disagree with one another, but they should not use words to insult, shame, or dehumanize others. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think comments like this should be called out, or should people just see them as jokes? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to The Voice of the Voiceless, and stay with us for more honest conversations.